Now that we've looked at the syllabus, let's go on to look at the How This Class Works page. To do that, I'm going to go back to the class homepage by clicking here. And then I'm going to scroll down to this week's stuff. I'm going to look under Important Documents. And there it is, How This Class Works. I'm going to click on it. And when I do, I see the lecture page. Okay, a couple of things we need to go over in how this class works. The first is that I don't accept late assignments. You really do need to turn your assignments in on a timely basis so that you're keeping up with the class and you're getting the most out of the class as we go along. It's always been shown that if you fall behind, you'll eventually drop the class. So keep up with your assignments. I don't accept late assignments. If you have a problem with an assignment, you can talk to me about it prior to the due date, and we can fix that. We can work something out. Okay, let's talk about the weekly schedule. Before we can talk about the weekly schedule, what I need to do is point out this part right here that says our class week, the class week, doesn't start on Sunday or Monday. It starts in the middle of the calendar week on Wednesday. And the reason for that is to give you a weekend in between the week in order to get stuff done in case you're too busy the other days. So don't forget, we always start our class week on Wednesday. So our first week of class started last Wednesday, which would be, let me check the calendar down here, which would have been the 18th. Now, of course, we didn't actually begin the class until the 23rd, so we have a short week. Our first class week ends the 25th, but you still have the weekend to complete your assignments before the 25th and the due date for them. Okay, you have a weekly schedule. The weekly schedule starts on Wednesday, goes through to the following Wednesday. In the schedule, in each week's section, you will see something that says resources or important documents or stuff like that. You'll have a quizzes section, you'll have a discussion section, and an assignment section. That's in each week's section of the webpage. Let's look at a typical one, this week's. I'll go back here for a minute. And if we scroll down to this week's work, you'll see important documents, resources, quizzes, forum discussions, and activities, which means assignments. Okay, let's go back to our How This Class Works. Now, the resources are reading and background material and links to things that you should either read or videos you should watch. The quizzes are based upon the textbook and the lecture material, and we'll have a quiz each week. Now the quiz, this is important. The quiz will open on Wednesday of the week. That's the first day of the week. But you have to complete the quiz by the middle of that class week, Sunday. So again, quizzes are open on Wednesday. You can take them anytime between Wednesday and Sunday night at midnight. The quizzes are generally 10 multiple choice questions and should only take you about 10 minutes. You can only take the quiz one time, and I will only count that first attempt. If you have any problems, you'd have to send me an email and I'll try to correct them. The second thing is we're going to have forum discussions, and we'll find out more about that as you discover what forums are and how to use them. Forum discussions are basically open-ended questions that have to do with the material we're dealing with that week, and it's a way of you participating in class and participating in discussions that will further your knowledge to what's going on. So you have to, in forums, you have to post to the forum your discussion answer by Sunday of each week. Again, notice that it has to happen by Sunday of each week. And then you have to respond to 2 of your classmates by the following Wednesday, and the darn phone went off. Darn, 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 darn. Hate that. That we've looked at the question board, let's review the rules that I've written down here. The rules for posting are: make sure that your text in the subject section that will tell the reader what the question is about. Make sure you give me and them enough detail in the body of your question posting so that we know what it's about. And remember, I'm not there looking over your shoulder, so you'll have to be very descriptive. Don't wait for me to answer the question. Jump right in. Students are encouraged to answer the questions. Please use good English. Don't use PLS, LOL. Don't use text messaging shorthand. And number 5, if you know the answer to the question, again, don't be shy. Jump right in and